you might be wondering, what is that crappily drawn map in the corner of your screen? Now listen, this is like my master plan, okay? I got a lot of questions on streams or in my comments or whatever. And people are like, where is Briarwood? And what are your plans for next? Like, where is it necessarily? Because I do have a lot of building styles. And I kind of wanted to explain that a little more. So as you can see, you look at the map, the Briarwood map, it's just smack dab in the middle of the city area. And to the top right is San Myshuno, and the bottom right is Copperdale. The top left is San Sequoia. And basically Briarwood is kind of where Brooklyn would be, because this map is based off of New York City's map, and San Sequoia is where New York would be, which is kind of confusing. But this is more Brooklyn-esque and leaning towards the outskirts of like Western suburbia in terms of aesthetics, like Copperdale, very Americana. And San Myshuno is obviously very, you know, big city, also very New York. But I was thinking more like high rise, and San Sequoia is also kind of like that, but I don't know the full logistics. But yeah, this is kind of how everything is placed in my head in this world. And hopefully that gives you guys a better breakdown of what's going on. So I'm going to keep the map up for 1 second so I can explain where we are, where we're going to start, what we're looking at, because there's a lot to see and I want to make it streamlined. Pixel Palace didn't look like this before. It was only this building, and I honestly don't remember how big it was. I'm pretty sure the back was a parking lot. Yeah, the back was a parking lot, and the rest of it was kind of empty. But I turned the right side into apartments that your Sims can live in because I wanted a more congested feel, right? Because the building I had here was kind of not the vibes that I wanted. It was a nice building, don't get me wrong, but it just wasn't what I wanted for this. This house belongs to Angel Torres, and Angel Torres is a student who's super hardworking and is trying his best to get by in the big city. He goes to school at Foxbury. As you can see, I've tried to make it look like kind of a dorm room space that a, you know, young adult male would live in. But I think it turned out really nice. And there's some hints to his girlfriend in this apartment who lives downstairs, and I'll, you know, show you guys her a little bit more later. But she's the snobby type. Let's just say that. I don't want to spoil anything before I actually get there. But yeah, here's her bag, her CD that she gave him. Oh, that's so cute. I love that CD. Yeah, it's a really small apartment. I wanted to focus on making these apartments as small as possible to really get like the New York vibes. I don't know why he's spending all his money down there, but yeah, he's a really hardworking student, and he's kind of estranged from his mother because she doesn't like that he's decided to, you know, live this way. She's like, I'll pay for you. I will pay everything for you to go to the best school. You don't have to work any day in your life. And Angel was like, no, I want some sort of responsibility. I don't want you to like helicopter me all my life. And yeah, his dad was kind of just like, yeah, good job, son. You can do whatever you want. I'll support you. But his mom is like, no, you can't be living like this, like showing us like this, our family, you're tarnishing our name. And his dad just doesn't care. So he has a complicated relationship. I need you to stop doing that. He has a complicated relationship with his family. But I can open up the family tree and show you guys as well. So he's the only child. His dad is Lorenzo Torres and his mom is Aisha Torres. And their parents are dead, but you know, that is what it is. And let's go over his traits. He's illogical, cunning, bookworm, and romantic. Oh, I forgot to mention, his parents actually got a lot of their wealth from the mafia. I don't know what I should call it in this. Probably not the mafia. That's a little intense. Tosin, the Tartosian mob. So he's got mob ties. That's why he's cunning, because he kind of spent a lot of his time in the streets of, helping his parents build their empire, which is crazy. His parents kind of used him as a way to recruit younger. Why do my Sims do that? His parents used him to recruit younger people and grow their mob, and he's just, he's kind of that guy. So that's Angel. His apartment is very, very small. I can give you a little tour. I wanted it to feel very like he doesn't care what's in here. He's just kind of doing his thing. Decorated, but not to the point where it's, nice. I honestly think it's pretty cute. I would live here. But he's a little bit of a slob. He needs to clean up just a little bit, but yeah. Also, hints of his girlfriend are here. I thought that was important to make sure that if somebody were to play this save and they never, didn't watch these videos, that they would kind of get the story that I'm trying to tell, with each sim. He's also a psychology major at Foxbury, like I said, and a shelf stalker at the local grocery store. So yeah, he's working hard. I want to give him more jobs. I don't know if it's possible, but that is a part of his storyline, that he works a lot and he's kind of always busy. He doesn't attend the college parties. What's usually happening is he's studying on the couch like he is now, and his girlfriend will come over, and that's pretty much it. They don't go out, they don't do much, but yeah, it works for them. Okay, let me go to her apartment so I can introduce you guys to her. All right, this is Max. I don't know why she's out here barbecuing. Looks really good, but not in her personality to be out here cooking up a storm. But Max is a very interesting sim. I did create her on stream. Her story honestly just kind of popped into my head, and yeah, I wasn't expecting it to just come to me like that, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. Let me get into it. So Max is a super rich sim, right? But as you can see, living in this apartment in New York is pretty intense. Like, well, Brooklyn, New York, Briarwood. I get mixed up in my own head. It's pretty intense. Like, this would cost you what, $4,000, probably more a month. But yeah, she basically hasn't told anybody that she's super rich, and she tries to hide it from the people in her life. She's so filthy rich that she could probably buy somebody. Everybody in my game is rich apparently, but I feel like you have to be to live in a place like this. But yeah, she's super loaded, and every time someone comes over, she shoves all her designer bags into a closet, and she tries to dress up the place to look like she has no money. Like, for example, this couch is super ripped. She's got like a random table and a Campbell's soup and an old phone. And she kind of has her poverty on display. And I know this is controversial, okay? But I wanted her to do like, she's trying to look like she's poor, like cosplaying poverty. And I just think that's interesting to talk about, because it's happening in our world, and I wanted a sim who's maybe not the best person ever to reflect that. But I had so much fun decorating this house. It was lots and lots of fun. It was very girly, and that's what I like to build the most. And it's super like messy and grungy, which is also super fun to do. This new CC computer, like, genuinely love. Like, look at this CC. I went hunting for a printer, a Simlish printer, and I found it. Like, yeah, I love this house. Even the kitchen feels very, lived in and nice. Very cute. But yeah, let's check out her traits. She's high maintenance, obviously. She's a philosopher, and she's a love bug. And that's why her and Angel get along so well, because they're both kind of like in their heads, sort of Sims who are kind of just all about vibes and philosophy and, you know, deep conversations. Let me show you her every day. She's very inspired by like Coquette-esque, I don't know, like Coquette Poverty. Excuse me. I really like Max. I think she's a really interesting character, and she's definitely not a good person because her boyfriend is struggling to pay his bills and she won't even give him a penny to pay them, even though her parents are rich as hell and she spends all her money on designer goods. But yeah, that's something she needs to work on for sure in terms of her relationship, but that's none of my business. What is she studying? She's studying fine arts. Yes, she's an artist. That makes a lot of sense. A tortured soul? No, but she's probably the type to pretend that she is a tortured soul. I also added a bodega in the back. Now, there's nothing on the shelves because that's going to take me some time to get sorted, but you can, I know Ravishing has some things that will be good for this, and there's a vending machine in here, so at least you can do something in here. But other than that, this is all decoration, but it does look really cool. And yeah, all of this is functional. Sims will actually come here, especially right now. They've decided they want to be in there. Sims will come here and play arcade games during set times of the day, but that's for another video. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about the empty apartments that are here, because they also have backstories. Well, one of them does, and I thought it was important to talk about, and I just want to show you guys the other apartments that are available with this build. So the upstairs is completely empty, just filler. I don't like using filler, but there's only so many residential rental lots I can have without adding more mods to my game, so it's just gonna stay this way. But this apartment belongs to a dad and his daughter. The dad works in tech, big tech. He's got a big fancy tech job, but he's very frugal. That's why he lives here. He doesn't want to move out into, you know, San Maishuna or San Sequoia because it's super expensive, and he likes to get a good bang for his buck. Now, he is recently divorced, and his wife I don't fully know what's going on with his wife, but I do know that he was not a good husband to her, and he's just a really bad at relationships. So he's just not a relationship guy, but he's really good at taking care of his daughter, who has this bigger room over here, because he's selfless like that. You know, he got this apartment for her, and so she can have her own space and kind of start fresh, because she kind of spends a lot of time in school getting bullied, and she's not an outcast, but she's just, you know, a little bit different. And so he spends a lot of time trying to make sure that life, at least at home, is comfortable for her, because it's hard for him to deal with what she goes through at school. But yeah, I didn't want to decorate it because I wanted you guys to, you know, have the space for yourselves. But that's kind of who I envisioned while I was, you know, formatting this apartment. It's also really nice. It's got like a huge laundry room that you could turn into another bedroom. There's a huge bedroom here, a huge bedroom here. Like, this apartment would cost like, what, $6,000. He's really high up in the tech field. But honestly, if you guys don't mind that I decorate it, let me know, because I really want to decorate it, and I'm holding back because I don't want to, you know, make too many decorated spaces and there's nowhere for you to play without, you know, destroying my entire build, which, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff, so it would take you some time. But yeah, that's who's living there. Here I don't have anybody, probably just another student, because I figured this would be popular student living. And here, this apartment is undecorated as well, but in my head, it belongs to one of the store owners in the suburbs of Briarwood. Her name is Kiki, and she owns a nail salon. beside a barbershop, and I thought that she would live here because she's not making that much money off her nail salon, but it's enough to keep her sustaining and living in an expensive city. And yeah, I thought this would be nice for her. She's a more of a Y2K sort of sim. She's generationally from Briarwood. She's been here her whole life. Her parents grew up here. Her parents grew up here. This is kind of her city, so she doesn't want to move. She wants to build it up and make it a better community. Kiki is very extroverted. Try to find her. I don't have her moved in. I probably should, honestly, because this is a fully functional space, but I want to keep it open for you guys. But yeah, in the save file version for myself, I will probably just edit it. If you want this build, it is on my Patreon for free. So if you're seeing this and you're like, I need this in my game, feel free to go and cop it. I also want to show you guys some environmental changes I made. There's a park back here, but someone made a great suggestion that I should change that into a marketplace. And I was like, that is really good. That's a really good idea. So that's what I'm going to do back there. And over here, I added the train tracks that you saw on the map earlier. And I just made it look a little bit more rocky because I wanted, you know, Briarwood to be kind of mountainous because I like the way rocks look. And because in my headcanon, Briarwood is a mining city. It used to be really popular for its mines, and that's kind of how it grew into a metropolis. Being close to the water and having access to rich resources is, you know, an easy way to turn into a successful city. So that's what I did. That's what I thought. And also these apartments used to belong to old miners, which is pretty cool. I thought that was really interesting, that all these buildings used to belong to people who built it. I don't have this place labeled yet on the map because I don't know what's going in it. I did rip it up and kind of made a facade here, but I don't want to make too many residential rental buildings where it's kind of cluttered. But previously I had a Asian inspired karaoke bar, and I'm probably just going to remake that, along with some stalls of actual food stores. Shout out to GFB Sims for these signs. Literally so good. Yeah, it's just a Subway and a 7-Eleven and a karaoke bar. It's, you know, not that much lore, but with a karaoke bar, Gian does frequent there to sort of help out and be a bartender. She moonlights. Eventually, I want to, you know, get some screenshots of her doing that, but the bar doesn't necessarily belong to anyone. In my head, I was thinking more of a chain that is kind of strung around America. Now, it's not nice. It's not a nice chain. They do things cheap. Dirt cheap. They pull up. They pick the cheapest block where they think the most students are going to be, and they plop a karaoke bar down. That's kind of what it is. So, yeah. Let me take the map off the screen so you guys can see. Okay. And yeah. Just want to give you guys some shots at night. I'm really proud of how the street is looking, and, you know, just the overall atmosphere is pretty crazy from what I started with. I'm feeling very accomplished. Yes. I've added a lot more buildings, a lot more clutter. It's still a little empty, but I'm working on it piece by piece. And there's a tunnel here. I don't know if that's new or not. I'm pretty sure it's not, but yeah, there's a tunnel, some telephone boxes, some new trees, some new cars. It's just very different. Oh, also I replaced the bus over there. It's still the same bus routes that I spoke about earlier, where this main bus line goes to San Myshuno, and this is kind of like the community bus that helps people get around. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of this. So let me pull up the map. All right, we are here at downtown Briarwood. Woohoo! It's been a while since I've been here. Even in game, it's been some time. but I'm excited to show you guys around and show you what I've been doing. So right now we are at the Vortex, which is still a nightclub, and still a burger shop. This is the burger shop that Ezra was talking about. I did have to take some CC out because it was doing weird things with my game, but it's essentially a McDonald's. But if you notice in the distance, there is a half-finished hotel, and Lot 51 introduced hotels into the game. So I was very excited to take that by the reins and design a hotel. So the very basics of the lore of the hotel is that it's actually a hotel slash casino where Sims can either go to stay or just gamble their money away. And this hotel is a historical site, meaning that the government is not allowed to tear it down. And they would love to tear it down and place a parking lot, but they cannot. So they've been forced to leave the building up, and it's kind of a relic of the time. Very 70s, 80s style on the inside. And I'm excited to finish that up on stream or in my spare time. Or if you guys want to see a speed build, let me know. But yeah, it's super cool in there. Very 80s, 70s. And I really like it. It's owned by a grumpy old man, as I like to make things owned by grumpy old people. His name is Winston, and he's born and raised in Briarwood. He's very traditionalist. He likes the things to stay the way they are and doesn't want the government to replace his beloved building with a parking lot, even though they're really trying to. So yeah, he kind of just fights tooth and nail to keep the place open. And the residents honestly love it because they get to gamble, and people like to gamble. What can I say? But yeah, I really like this. My ideas so far, and it's not finished, obviously. It's a work in progress, but I'm excited to have that be over there. It's kind of, it fills the space nicely. It's also super tall, which helps make things look a little more city-like. And I just added some more buildings, some backdrops, this really cool bridge. It was, excuse me, what the heck? It was honestly really easy to do. But yeah, and a boat back there. I just wanted it to feel a little more busy. So yeah, also the bridge over here, I gotta cover that up. But yeah, it just feels a little more city-like. Let me show you at night, because that's my favorite time. Yeah, I can almost smell how this place is supposed to feel, which is good. That's what I want. I want it to feel very real. And I think I've done that successfully. Ooh, also, there's a police crime scene over there. How cool is that? The police are pulled up with the news van. Things are going down, probably at the nightclub. Someone's probably slinging in there. So that's probably what they're here for. But yeah, this is downtown. My work in progress downtown. So if we look at the map, we've got we've already been to the Yummy Burgers. We've been to Briarwood Apartments already. We've been to Pixel Palace. But you can see there's a new place called Are We There Yet? And I would like to take you there. So let's go. So here we are at the Are We There Yet trailer park. One of my favorite builds. I know. Hear me out. It's not very city-like, but as I explained earlier, it's on the outskirts. Okay, we're getting closer to Copperdale and farther away from Manhattan, New York, Briarwood, San Sequoia, San Myshuno-esque vibes. Okay, so I got to indulge a little bit with my grunge, and I want to say that I popped off. It's kind of crazy looking. I'm super happy with how this came out. Now, if we look inside, they're all empty because I haven't gotten around to filling them, but I do have stories for each sim. So this camper van belongs to a handy sim who has just gotten into the RV trailer place. Their name is Sama, and they haven't been here for very long, and they don't know much English, so it's very hard for them to communicate but they did come from Ciudad Emirata, and they are here to talk about whatever. I mean, they're kind of a storyteller. They're kind of all over the place. They're kind of free spirited, but they are looking to get permanent residence in America, but not for the time being. For the time being, they're staying here at this RV park and living it up with the residents of this trailer park. But yeah, I wanted the RV to feel very old and rustic, and like they kind of got it from somewhere beat up. I want to add more cracks, but I'm really in love with this decal. That heart decal is super, super cute. And yeah, they kind of just have everything out here. There's a big yard for them. And they're a very handy sim. I imagine they're like fixing up their truck on the way here. And, you know, they probably help the other residents with their repairs, and that's how they feed themselves. It's just really exciting to think about. I'm getting really excited. But yeah, this RV, this friggin' CC set is insane. Like, the creator, Hey Brian, popped off. So this little trailer / mobile home belongs to two Sims who are old guy and young son or grandson, and the grandson is a doorman in San Myshuno, and he kind of works the doors for the super big high-rise apartments, and he has very big lofty dreams of one day owning one of those big apartments, which is great for him. Dream on. And his granddad has lived in this trailer park his entire life, and yeah, he's kind of just let him move in. It's closer to the city than he was before. And yeah, his grandson used to live in Copperdale, but now he lives here in this trailer park with his granddad. And I just thought that was super wholesome. And they have a dog as well. I don't know the names of these characters yet because I'm honestly not good with names, but that's who lives here. It's super cute. I love their American flag. But they have an easel, a kennel, some shrubs. I want it to look very like it's been here for a while. It's tarnished and old, but it's charming. It's charming. They don't have much money, but they're happy. His granddad is very fond of animals, by the way, as you can see. I might even give him a cat because he's got the cat mailbox. He doesn't discriminate. He's not a dog guy or a cat guy. Okay, let's move on to another trailer, which has a story that I know. So this trailer is a hitch trailer, as you can see. It's been hitched here. This sim has been here for a while. Probably another one of the residents who's been here for some time and kind of formed a community with the other trailer park residents. Again, no names, but I do know that they used to live in Sulani, and they came to America for better opportunities to send money back to their family in Sulani. So that's why you can see there's kind of remnants of the beach on the outside. I just want to remind myself for decorating the inside. And the sim is one of those sims who does, you know, beach stuff, surfing stuff, eco lifestyle stuff, very eco-conscious, as you can see with the planters on the top. They make most of their money by selling flowers and importing goods from Sulani that their family makes at their farm. Is that what you call it? I don't know what you call tropical growing places. I'm pretty sure that's a farm. That's the farm that they have there, and imports them and sells them at, you know, markets and stalls. Probably has a market set up beside the Mexican restaurant or the Ciudad Emirata restaurant. Emirata Eats is what it's called. In the suburbs, but yeah, we'll get there when we get there. That's probably where they sell their goods. But yeah, this is just this little sim trying to make it in the big city, and this is where they chose to live. I really want to do a story where someone sends something back to their family, because that's super relatable for me. At least for my family, we used to send like these huge barrels of stuff back and forth between where I live and where my family lives. So yeah, that's all I got for that. Also, if you guys have any name suggestions, let me know. Any name suggestions? I also want to open up sim like sending, so you guys can see your Sims in this world, but I don't know. I gotta think about that. Probably a gallery hashtag, but let me know. Let me know what you guys want to see. So next is this trailer who belongs to a very pink flamboyant Sim, as you can see, and she is actually part of an MLM. Okay, I know. Hold your horses. She's a part of an MLM. That's why she has this box container thing, and she basically goes around selling this. And it's not because she's like wants to entrap people in her pyramid. Okay, she just doesn't know any better. She doesn't know that she probably shouldn't be doing this to make a living, and her entrepreneur skills could be put to use somewhere else and not in an MLM. But yeah, she's also very obnoxious, extroverted, obnoxious, and decided that she's going to paint her trailer pink, whether her neighbors like it or not. Now, in my head, there's property tax. I don't know how it would work, but they don't want her to paint the trailer pink because then other people won't want to, the value of their trailers, at least the ones that are permanent, will go down. Okay, that's how that works in my head. So they're all telling her, please don't paint the trailer. We want the place to stay, nice looking. And your bright pink trailer is giving us all a headache. Especially there's a lot of old people who live here. And she's like, listen, buy a fork or be quiet. I'm painting it pink. So yeah, I just want this really cute little trailer for her. I'm excited to play with that Sim. I don't know how I'm going to do an MLM gameplay. Probably some form of group stuff, but yeah, I'm excited for her. This is just a deco trailer that to fill up the space and to make it feel a little more alive. Now, this trailer belongs to a pretty big family with a little old lady and her grandbabies and her daughter, and they all live here in this trailer. It's very cute. Wants to feel very southern, almost like southern grandma vibes is what I was going for. Yeah, I think it worked. I'm not sure about these poles, but I think it's good. I will also leave my inspiration up while I go so you guys can, see. It's a pretty big layout, honestly. It could fit a pretty big family in here. So I think they're pretty well off. Grandma is probably in her retirement, and her grandbabies and her family just had nowhere else to go. And grandma had a trailer with extra rooms. So here they are. I've also been really inspired by low-income apartment tours when looking on YouTube just for some real people inspiration, and I'm super excited to decorate these apartments now because I've got my juices flowing. And yeah, I think Wolf X Streamer made a post about people who don't like when Simmers build in a low-income style, and I just wanted to address that really quick because I built this way because that's my this is my lived experience, right? I lived in an apartment with my 3 other siblings, and it was 2 bedrooms and both of my parents, and they didn't have a lot of money. Okay, so I've come from literally nothing. Now we have better living conditions, but I lived there for 15 years. So why am I getting emotional? This is my lived experience, okay? I play the game the way I lived. I'm not mocking low income people. This is my love letter to my life. So before you get to type it in the comments, know your stuff, okay? Okay. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so this trailer here is a double-decker trailer. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's got a bay window situation, which is pretty freaking awesome. It houses a family who I actually know the name of. Let's go. It's in the clouds. And they're a very crunchy granola family. They've got a baby who's probably gonna have a crib here. They've got a toddler and a teenager because I love to put every life stage in my houses. But yeah, they're kind of a family vlogger, and they're wilderness vlogging, so they kind of spend a lot of their time over there in the campgrounds and kind of in the forests of the area to get some good content. I imagine like Granite Falls is really close by to this place. Like you just drive this way and Granite Falls is like over there. That's not on the map, but I feel like you get the gist as you move through the save. That this is kind of the outskirts and you can kind of see the city back there. But yeah. They spend a lot of times outside. They're very outdoorsy. And their teen daughter doesn't like to be on camera. She's like, this is kind of ridiculous. I don't want to be a vlogger. I don't want this lifestyle. But her parents are like forcing her more and more to be on camera and to, you know, kind of take over their vlogging business because they want to kind of tap into a younger market. And their teen daughter is the way to do it. But yeah, mommy vlogger, family vlogger type style going on in there. And you know those van life YouTubers with their kids? Yeah, that's what I was going for. And the last trailer is this one, and this is probably going to be the one that I leave empty for you guys to play in. I'm sorry I can't leave more than that empty. I'm just really excited to fill them all. So I'm not going to leave them all empty. But this one is my gift to you guys. Here you go. It's got a pool. At least we can be happy about that. Yeah, it's super cute. I was just going for something super minimal so it fits any sim. And yeah, it's spacious. Look, you can fit a whole bedroom in here. This is me trying to convince you that this is that this is the best one, because it is. It's got a pool and a golf course. Like, come on. Yeah, that is RV There Yet trailer park. That I can quickly like get the camera over here so you guys can see the little campgrounds that I'm working on. Ideally you can come to this lot, and if you ever want to camp and you don't want to go all the way to Granite Falls, you can just come over here and have a cute little camp day with your simmies. I think that would be really, really cute. Wow, there's a lot. There's a lot. Okay, the last place I want to go to is Betty Beaver's truck stop, because I haven't talked about that in a save file overview video. And that's actually in Copperdale. Surprise, surprise, we're moving. So let's go. Let's go. Okay, here we are at Betty Beaver's truck stop. Woo, yeah. I haven't been here in so long, but I'm excited to show you guys around and kind of explain what's happening here. As you can see, my Copperdale is completely how it should be. And by that, I mean, it's unchanged from the game. You know what I mean? It's unchanged from the game's perspective. I have not placed any of this. This is not me. This is what Copperdale looks like. And I don't think I plan on redoing Copperdale's looks. I like it. It's one of my favorite worlds aesthetically. So it's probably going to remain looking like this. But I'm getting into the build. This build did really well on Pinterest, and that surprised me, but I haven't seen a build like this before. No one's really made a truck stop. So here I am. Here I am to show you mine. So this is Betty Beaver's diner, and it's very, you know, old woman. You can see some cups from the diners who were here, and trash. Lovely. But it's very old westerny Americana diner that you pull into, but very cute, very sweet old lady vibes. And downstairs is completely undecorated, but this is Betty's apartment. And this I don't know why why is it doing that, but this down here is a room that will soon belong to the Torques MC Club. And the Torques MC Club is the biker club that is keeping Betty's business alive. Now, this isn't any ordinary biker club. They are dangerous and mean and angry and illegal. They do illegal things like slinging. Can I say the D word? Probably not. Slinging things on the streets that they shouldn't be. And they bring customers to Betty's lot by slinging things on her parking lot. Okay. So there's a motorcycle gang that kind of hangs out here at the bottom, as you can see here. And they're right across from her apartment. And Betty doesn't mind. She doesn't blink an eye. As long as her place is up and running, she doesn't care. She just wants the place to stay open, and at what cost? So we are inside the RV that belongs to my lovely sim Aria, who is from Tomarang. And she is a very beachy sim. Apparently, I love making beachy sims. She's from Tomarang. She's an adventurer, an explorer. She loves hiking and fishing and all that jazz. But she's also a teacher at the local school. But yeah, this is her little RV. It's very cute. She even has the toilet that came with Tomarang. I imagine she got it over here. And this is like an authentically Tomarang vehicle. I don't know how she got it over here, but she did it. Where there's a will, there's a way. And here's her little cockpit. Super cute. I even put an image of a forest. Okay. I was trying to make it look like you could see outside the RV. I like to get a little creative, but yeah, that's her RV. Very cute, very simple. And the whole idea of this place is that it's a truck stop. So that's kind of the gist. And hopefully the lore was interesting for those two. I also want to mention that Aria is not a fan of this motorcycle club moving into a place that she was just calling home, and now it's filled with violence, and Betty's just batting an eye. Betty and Aria are really good friends, so Aria's opinion is super important to her, and she doesn't want to lose her. Even though they're so far in age, they have a lot in common. And Aria likes to teach Betty, the culture where she comes from, and Betty likes to bake things for Aria to get to the kids at school, and they just talk about their lives with each other, and they get along. But this is kind of breaking them apart, so we'll see what happens. You guys will decide, because I can't play it out because I'm giving you this save. So yeah, that's what's happening with those two. So the last place we're going to is back in the suburbs of Briarwood, if you can see where the yellow dot is. We're going to be going to the area that's where Ezra lives and his family, near the school, and I want to show you Emeraldian Eats. So let's go there. To Emeraldia Eats. All right, so here we are at Emeraldia Eats. Okay. Nancy on leaving Langram. Okay, I don't know what's going on. There's a lot going on, but Emeraldia Eats is a Ciudad Emeraldian inspired eatery that is family owned and family run by the lovely Arnold Rodriguez. Thank you for the music, guys. The lovely Arnold and his wife, Alexandria. Very cute. So they run this place and they sell all their food. We'll go later, but they sell all their food from this countertop, and it's actually called Emeraldia Eats, which is pretty cool. And here's their little industrial kitchen and their little industrial fridge section. There's no counters for some reason, but the game will do what the game's got to do. And here's their living quarters upstairs. It's not decorated, but their two teen daughters live in this bedroom. They sleep in this bedroom. Malachi sleeps in this room along with a baby, because one of these girls is actually pregnant. Now, which one is it? I don't know. Not even I know, but that's for the both of us to find out. One of them is pregnant. That's why there's a crib upstairs. Realistically, it's probably Mia. She gets around. Let me tell you. But let's look at their traits. So she's a horse lover. She's active and she's creative. And her sister is family oriented, socially awkward, and clumsy. So these girls are actually twins, which is why they look very similar in the view bar. Not Malachi. Michaela is a little more edgy than her sister. Let me show you her every day. This is her everyday wear. Very, very cute. I love her outfit. I wanted to make a sim who's a little more in the tomboyish side. So she's not good at it, but she likes to do extreme sports like ski-boarding and all that Mount Komarebi stuff. So she'd probably love a visit there. But she has a pretty decent relationship with her sister. They're not like super close. They never have been because they're just really different. But that's what Michaela is like. And Malachi is going alone. And Mia, Jesus, so many pop-ups. Mia also has the same aspiration for some reason. That's weird. But she is a little more creative and a little more homebody. So she doesn't really like going outside that much. And she's also a coding genius, but not very good at charisma. She doesn't want a child, but unfortunate for her, she's going through some things. But yeah, that's Mia. And they all run this cute little shop together. This is actually functional without them, but yeah, it's super cute. And if we go to the alleyway here, there's some stalls that are usually filled with vendors. Some of their trash, and I imagine Arnold and all his buddies play in this little area over here. He's playing cymbals, so I guess they like cymbals, and they just kind of hang out while his wife, unfortunately, does all the work because Arnold is a little lazy. I'm pretty sure while I was playing with them, they were having a struggling marriage. Let me see. Yeah, look at this. Very unsatisfied. This relationship is not great. They're on rocky roads, but maybe you guys can fix it. You can fix it for them, and their shop will be as successful as ever. Now, you're probably wondering, how are they affording such a nice place over here? Well, I can tell you that their shop is actually decently successful enough for them to own the shop. But can you take it to new heights? Find out when you get the save. Yeah, they're successful. People love coming here, especially at the designated bar times. It usually fills up a lot. So after my little montage, my Sims are loud, you guys can see that it's a little bit busy. We've got a few customers in here, not as much as we usually do. Some people are trickling in. Oh, here we go. There should even be a bartender, honestly, but they haven't shown up. So let's just get one of the girls on the bar. But this is kind of how I run this place. Very easy, very simple. Is that Kiki? It is Kiki. Oh my god, look at her outerwear. She's so extra. Yeah, we're tending the bar. Oh, the bartender's here. Oh shit. I'm sorry, Tom. Let me give you your job back. I'm sorry. There we go. Moved her from behind the bar. And yeah, it's about the time where Sims will come from both my food sale and the lot of trades that I've given it. But as you can see, it works like any other restaurant, and it's super cute. Oh my god. Sir, are you okay? Usually I'd have music playing, but I don't want to get copyright stricken by this game. But that's one of the McLeods. It's Annabelle. Annabelle McLeod. She's so pretty. This hair, she's gorgeous. But yeah, we're doing really well with the sales, and people are loving the food. Everything's going smoothly. Tom is not at the bar. I'm sorry that I took that from you. Eventually he'll get on and people will start ordering drinks, but as for right now, the bar is not in use. I can probably get Michaela back on. Michaela? Michaela? Oh, she's busy playing cymbals. Go tend the bar. Yeah. I love playing family-owned businesses like this. This is the first time I've ever built something that's not a restaurant that a family owns, because I think it's just easier this way, honestly. And I can have them live above here, which is super cool. I really like this gameplay. Oh, the bar stools are gone. There used to be bar stools here. They're not there anymore. But look at all this food that she cooked up. We've got some pie, some Italian meatballs, some pan de muerto. Pan de muerto. I'm sorry if I'm butchering this. And I forgot what this is called. Burmese samosa soup. Delicious. I didn't want to stick to only, you know, Ciudad Emirata looking foods, but this is usually the type of food that I sell here. And this place is super inspired by, you know, restaurants I saw on Pinterest that were very bright. This tile was honestly perfect because I saw it in one of the pictures. And I just had the perfect tile to match. It was beautiful. But yeah, the whole town comes out. I don't know why everyone's boobs are so big. Like, what the heck is going on with her? But yeah. We're eating goo with it. Oh, look at that. Oh, Mia is being a bitch to everybody in the store. I really should get her out of here, but Tom is like, why are you doing my job, Michaela? And you're not even, you're kind of good, honestly. All right, so I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed more lore dump. This was a very long lore dump because I've been cooking for a long time. I didn't even show you guys everything. So yeah, this is another lore dump. Hopefully this was informative. You had a good time. You listened to my stories. And thank you to my Patreons. I just reached a new Patreon milestone. So thank you so much for supporting me. It gives me the motivation to keep going and allows me to dedicate more time to making videos and saves and all that jazz. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do a review on the Life and Death expansion and just, you know, a quick little ramble thought video. And yeah, that's everything. Goodbye, everybody. I'm Pixa. Bye.